Hey everyone, thank you so much for clicking on this review. The fact that you are willing to sacrifice a few minutes out of your day to consume my content really does mean the world to me. I have just come back from the Elvis screening with my wife. And I just have to say, I was woefully underdressed for that. I mean, you can see this picture right here, hot dog shirt. What was I thinking? But guys, I'm in a great mood. I just watched a fantastic movie that, you know, while it was a biopic about a completely different person, completely separated from my situation in life, just really allowed me to reflect to myself as well. Just realize how lucky and blessed I truly am with the life that I lead. And so for that, I'm so incredibly grateful. But ultimately today, we're going to be talking about Elvis, which is a biopic about the legendary star Elvis Presley. And flip, it was a powerful movie, an eye-opening movie, not just to the world of, you know, rock and roll, but also to the negative impacts that infinite fame can get you. You know, fame corrupts, and it's incredibly toxic, the environment. And I think in many ways we can take it as a cautionary tale. We live in a world where everyone is constantly chasing fame. They're chasing that approval from a wide audience. I think this movie does a great job of telling a cautionary tale, of telling us why that lifestyle can be inherently dangerous, why seeking fame to that degree can be dangerous. It's an incredibly eye-opening story that follows the entire life of Elvis from the start of his career till the bitter end. And flip, goosebumps. So yes, I went to go watch this movie with my wife. We both thought it was absolutely fantastic, phenomenal. Empire, thank you so much for allowing us to attend that screening. It was absolutely fantastic. But flip, let's break down the movie. I've touched on the story. I don't want to break down the story too much. I don't want to give you guys any expectations because this movie is going to knock your socks off. I don't want to reveal any of that. That's for you guys to watch. But flip, the performances were phenomenal across the board. I fell in love with characters. I despised characters. It has been a long time since I've been so emotionally invested in a story that I've literally not wanted it to end because I didn't want it to end badly for specific characters. And what's heartbreaking is, again, this is based off of reality. So I know how the story ends, but I was sitting there hoping that somehow the outcome would change. That's cinema. That's art. When you truly get invested in a storyline that really tugs at your heartstrings. Flip, I've been singing Elvis songs since I got home. And that's like just what an impact this movie had on me. It moved me a lot. So freaking hell, this I can tell you right now, this is gonna be one of those movies that sticks with me. I'm gonna be thinking about it for a few days down the line. I'm gonna be processing it. I'm going to, almost use it as a way to reflect on my life, which I've already started doing. I mentioned that at the beginning of the film. This movie does a great job of just really breaking down the human condition, the human spirit, and analyzing it. This film is great across the board, from a cinematic point of view to an audio point of view. The sound design was phenomenal. They handled the lyrics and the singing fantastically. The set design was amazing. Everything about this film just felt amazing and, most importantly, authentic. This film did such a great job of feeling and just, oozing out authenticity. But what sucks, and this is something that no movie that's ever based on real life can ever try escape, is you as the viewer kind of sits there wondering how accurate and how real is this. I've had this with every movie I've ever watched based on a real life story, is because filmmakers will always be there to put their own creative license to it, to put their own spin on it. And there's certain elements in this movie where I was just sitting there going, flip, I need to know, was this true? Did this really happen? Or was this fabricated? Because we're getting a brilliant window or viewing platform into these people's private lives. I want to know how accurate that was, because something that a lot of people don't talk about is, films like this can help build people's legacies up. Like, I definitely think much better of Elvis Presley now after watching this movie, but at the same time, if a character or person has been, reflected negatively in a film, their entire legacy is destroyed. So movies like this have to really tread carefully with depicting real life people, because you can make or break someone's entire legacy, what people remember them as. But I do want to say in that regard, this film definitely puts Elvis on a pedestal. Of course, they don't say he's faultless or flawless in what he's doing, but they do kind of brush over certain elements of his character. We do know that he started to live quite a promiscuous life. He hooked up with a lot of girls, definitely did stuff that you wouldn't want your husband to be doing, but they kind of just address it in a cool, it happened kind of way. They don't really make you be aware this is a thing that happened. And even, you know, just the circumstances of his marriage, they don't reveal all of the elements. So even to this day, people are going to be talking about his marriage and the age gap and kind of breaking all of that down. So this movie kind of just avoids it because that's not the primary topic they want to be addressing in the film. So you kind of also got to wonder, what else did they just sweep under the rug for movie making purposes? But ultimately, just to close, I think this film was just great from beginning to end. I was encapsulated. I watch movies on such a regular basis. You know, I review them for my channel. It's what I do. So very often a movie can just feel like paint by numbers to me. I can just go, cool, this was another movie. And this movie, yeah, it was a movie. This was a roller coaster. This was, you know, an escape from my reality, a situation for me to actually just enjoy something. It's very rare nowadays where I actually feel astounded by a film. And that happened to me while watching this one. I wish more movies were like this, where I can go home and just, holy smokes, like, let me feel challenged, let me feel emotionally drained, let me feel like I've actually invested my time into something. So yeah, guys, I loved this movie, but I really want to know what you guys thought. I mean, I'm pretty sure that there are Elvis experts out there that can tell me if I'm, you know, speaking rubbish or I've pretty much hit the nail on the head, which I hope I have with this review. But guys, I'd love to know your thoughts. Please comment them down below. If you did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You guys are the best. You're awesome. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see you again in another video.